Bonjour Year 9, welcome to your last French lesson of the year. Oh, and in fact the last French lesson of Key Stage 3. Exciting times. So today we're looking at the verbs aller and faire, our last two of the really important 4 verbs that I need you to learn. So today, or this week, from using your fact book and practicing, you're all going to know aller and faire in the present tense. And most of you are also going to be able to use aller to make the future tense. And faire, you're going to know when to use it in French when we wouldn't use it necessarily in English. Here we go. So we're going to start with an activity that looks really similar to what you did last week. You've got the verb faire, and I want you to put the correct part of faire into this column in the middle here. So je, something, means I do. So pause the screen here and give that one a go, without your fact book. And your answers are as follows. Je fais, tu fais, il, elle, on fait, nous faisons, vous faites, ils, elles font. Notice how je and tu have the exact same ending, and, shock horror, je fais, tu fais, il, elle, on fait. They're pronounced exactly the same. So you only need to be careful when you're spelling it. But it's a bit easier because they all sound the exact same out loud. Now, something to know about faire, which is different to English. We use je fais, do, de la, de, with a sport or an activity, whereas sometimes we would not use it in English. So for example, je fais de la natation is I do swimming. Yes, we would say I go swimming, but in France, in French, they say I do swimming, je fais. Je fais du cyclisme, je fais du camping. All those activities we would use go, whereas they use do. So that's something to bear in mind. Oh, I don't know why the little title there came up at the end. My fault, apologies. The verb aller is really important. How often a day do you use to go? I go, you go, he's going, she's going, he went, she went. It's so important. We're going to learn it in the present tense this week. And here is a fantastic song, which I'm sure most of you are acquainted with. But we're going to listen to the first 30 seconds of it again, so it's all in your head, and you can ignore your parents and your siblings by singing this all afternoon. Okay, before the whole dance break starts. So, I want you all singing that all day, and you'll definitely learn the verb aller in record time. Je vais, tu vas, il va, elle va. Why else is aller really important? For making the future tense. Now, we've been seeing this since year 7, so you should be quite, happy with this now, but we'll go over it one more time. Who is going to do what? Just like we form it in English, we form it the same way in French. You pick your person. Je, tu, il, elle, on, nous, vous, il, elle. We need part of the verb aller. I am going, you are going, he, she, we are going, you, plural, are going, etc. We did an activity. The activities are in the infinitive, just like they are in English. I am going to dance. You are going to go. They are going to watch. You pick your person, you put the correct version of the verb in, you pick your activity, and then this bit is extra information. So, for example, nous allons, we are going, regarder, to watch, la télé, the TV. We are going to watch TV. Nous allons regarder la télé. I am going to go to the cinema. Je vais aller au ciné. Au cinéma. Je vais aller. I am going to go. Simple as that. If you need to make some notes, you can pause the screen here and make your notes as many as you want. So, this next activity is probably going to take you most of today's lesson. What it is a bit of a logic puzzle, because you need to fill in the correct part of the verb here from the 4 verbs that we have studied in the last 2 weeks. These are the 4 absolutely key verbs that if you start GCSE knowing these 4 verbs just off the top of your head perfectly, you are going to absolutely fly. So you need to decide what verb goes in the missing gap and then translate the sentence. So, for example, number 4 here, they, something, their homework. So you need to find the missing verb that makes sense in that gap, using this table up here or your fact book, and then translate it into English. So pause the screen here. I imagine this is going to take you a good 5 to 10 minutes to complete all this, to work out what does the sentence mean, what verb needs to fill in this gap, and how do I say the whole thing in English. Okay, pause the screen here before you get the answers. So, je vais au supermarché is I go to the supermarket. Tu something un chat. Tu as un chat. Do you have a dog? If you've put are you a dog? Well, grammatically that's accurate, but I'm not sure how logical that would be for your teacher to set you a sentence like that. Nous something anglais. We something English. We are English. Nous sommes anglais. Ils something les devoirs. Ils font. They do homework. They do their homework. Elle something les yeux bleus. She has blue eyes. Elle a les yeux bleus. Il something très sympa. Il est très sympa. He is very nice or kind. Sympa means kind of nice or kind. Vous something de la natation. Remember when we were talking about sports earlier? Vous faites. You, plural, more than one person, do swimming. Or go swimming. Tu something au cinéma. Tu vas. You go to the cinema. Nous something à l'église. Nous allons. We go to the church. And je something intelligent. Je suis. I am intelligent. Oh, thank you very much. So, what I need you to do is to know those 4 verbs. So, your holiday task is to learn them, please. Know them so perfectly. Check them once a week. Look, cover, write, check. So, look at the words, cover them up, try and write them out. Check to see whether you got it right. You're going to get better and better at it. And the most important task to do over the holiday is to have a wonderful break. If you would like some extra work or some extra challenges, because frankly we wouldn't want you getting bored now, would we? So if you need some extra work, please don't hesitate to email me, especially before the 10th of July, because I don't know how frequently I'll be checking my emails over summer. Okay? If I don't hear from you, I hope you have a wonderful break and I will see you in September. Au revoir!